Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Ashvatha sarvavrikshanam devarshinam cha naradaha gandharvanam chitrarataha siddhanam kapilo munihi. Of all trees I am the banyan tree, of all the sages among the demigods I am Narada, of the Gandharvas I am Chitraratha, and among perfected beings I am the sage Kapila. So we have developed from yesterday, what are the things we learned? Number one is that actually, why is Krishna speaking all these things? Because these things we are seeing. We can't see Krishna. If you have to see Krishna, you have to see him his way, not your way. You cannot sit and imagine, okay, I think I will reach Krishna like that. No. So Krishna is giving you a help, a practical help. Everybody sees these beautiful manifestations in nature. Yesterday we were explaining this point. You go somewhere, you go to the airport, the door opens, gada 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 gada. You have seen it. So is it by an accident or there is an arrangement there? There is an arrangement. So therefore nothing is happening by accident. You see, morning the sun rises. It's an arrangement, not an accident. So somehow, nothing somehow. There is an arrangement. Small things we do, we take so much credit. But when we see a beautiful work of the Lord, there is an arrangement. There is a plan. This whole universe is not by an accident. There is a plan. This kind of philosophy has created so much disaster in the society. If everything by an accident and there is no plan, then I can do anything, everything. Prabhupada says a very famous statement, the more you try to control yourself, more you become a great man. And more yourself set loose, you become an animal. And the modern civilization, they want freedom from any rules and regulation. Basically, it's becoming an animal civilization. Or worse than that. Because animals don't do certain things the modern man wants to do. It's crazy. So this is a situation here. So there is a plan, there is an arrangement. And whatever we see in this world, nothing is redundant. Everything has a utility. They previously said in human body there are certain organs which are vestigial. Vestigial means these organs have no value. Simply there. So they said, what kind of God is there? That means there is no God, because by an accident something is formed which is of no utility. And then they feel ashamed to take back their statement. No shame. At least they should publicly apologize. We spoke some nonsense. Be a gentleman. Just like in Vedic culture, we never change anything because we don't have to be ashamed. Whatever we say, we hold by it for millions of years. But here we say something that in the human body there are certain organs which are vestigial, and therefore there is no creator. And tomorrow when you come to know every inch, every atom in your body is of utility, then what do you have to say? They say, we are sorry. We spoke some nonsense. Take responsibility, no? Somebody should be held responsible. Why you cheat innocent mass like that? And not only that, they are so shameless, they continue to propose another nonsense. Somehow mislead themselves and mislead the people who are following. And all together go to hell. You with your followers. That is the unfortunate part of Kali Yuga. So here there are different elements being mentioned. Yesterday, what is the first one? I am the sun, I am the moon. Sashi Shurya Yaha. What the shloka begins with? I am the taste of water. Rasoham apsu kaunteya. Prabhasmi Shashishurya Yaha. Krishna began this with, I am the taste of water. Rasoham. I am the taste of water. When everybody is drinking water, somebody is not drinking. When you drink water, remember Krishna. That's Krishna. Thank you, Krishna. Yeah? That's why the culture should be there. Everything you see, thank you, Krishna. And there is nothing in this world you can get which is independent of Krishna. So keep thanking whole day. You become perfectly Krishna conscious person. Prabhupada says there is tremendous spiritual advancement in all this thing. Don't think it is just a joke. Krishna is spending so much shlokas. Oh, so many shlokas are written. No utility. No, they have a lot of utility. When you see a banyan tree, this is Krishna. Remember Krishna. What an arrangement it is. Right? A huge tree. So many banyan is huge. So many trees. So huge. Can remember. What a design this is. Amazing. Roots going up, down. There is a chapter also in Bhagavad Gita, no? Inverted banyan tree. Okay, there is the roots going up and other trees don't have this up and down roots. That tree has up and down roots. Very interesting. You see the detail of the design, immediately remember Krishna. Thank you. Thank you, Krishna. You gave us such a wonderful tree. And not only that, every tree, every plant is with a plan. One of the reasons for the different species are that they allow an opportunity for every living entity to exist. There was one, I think National Geographic, they showed one example. There's one area which did not have tigers. And it was dry. It was arid. Very useless place. So what they did, they brought some tigers and they put there, left it. And they came after a few years, the place became very beautiful. Because every living entity has a role to play. Every living entity has a role to play in this nature, symbiotic. There's so much detail they showed, how this happened, then this happened, then this happened. Even the rivers started, because all the grass was eaten away, so there was no grass to hold the sand by the animals. So there was no river was also not, so many things. I just can get you details some other time. Every living entity has a role to play in this whole material nature. Now today they are understanding little, but they are just like a man who is possessed and is haunted. Even though you may tell him something reasonable, he's lost control on himself. The modern civilization, every year so many species go extinct. They all are with the plan. They play a very important role in the cycles. There may be food cycle, because everyone interested in food, first thing. But not only that, in the nature and how the system is set properly. Even one living entity to take out, it disturbs the whole thing. Why? There is a plan. So one reason all the living entities are there, because it gives an opportunity for varieties of vehicles for sense gratification. The second thing, it is actually a very elaborate chain. You take out one, you disturb the whole thing. Just like one over another, you make a pack of cards. You take out one, the whole thing will fall. So it's very arrangement. So anyway, Krishna is taking out some prominent ones among them, which we notice a lot. Krishna took over yesterday about Himalayas. Everybody notices Himalayas. It has the tallest mountains. So Krishna said, I am that. Thank you, Krishna. Because of you, the mountains are there. Because of that, you have rivers flowing. There are no mountains. Where are the rivers? I don't know them. It has a role to play. You cannot say one thing in this creation which is without wonder. An expert man, when he does something, everything it does is wonderful. So every element of Krishna has created is actually wonderful. So we should understand and appreciate that. So then what are the next thing it comes? First thing is that here today, banyan tree. Next. Today. What are the next? I am the Gandharvas. Gandharvas are basically great singers. Another creation. We do not see them. And the matter generally people who, these are all not on the level of Devatas, but just next. They sing very beautifully. They are very beautiful. They assist in various activities. Yeah, next. In fact, Narada also was previously Gandharva. And that is a big story how he became a great saint. Next, Kapila. Now there is Kapila. There are two Kapilas in Indian history. One is an impostor, which generally people know as Kapila. He is bogus. He is not the Kapila mentioned in the Shastra. Shastra talks about a Kapila. About that Kapila is mentioned in 3rd canto of Bhagavatam, and his mother's and father's name is given as Devahuti and Kardamamuni. But here there is one person who came quite recently and he declared himself as Kapila mentioned in the Shastra. This is cheating. Because Shastra, when he mentions a person, it is very pakka. The time, the mission, and the place, the parents, everything is mentioned. This Kapila mentioned in the scripture is the incarnation of God. He is a person. And he gives the Bhagavad Sankhya. He gives the Sankhya by which you can understand. Sankhya means counting. Okay? By which you can understand the material nature. And his Bhagavad Sankhya is pure devotional. Finally brings you to pure devotion. Basically we count the different elements. We can divide. And then next we go to, there are 5. How do you divide? Earth, water, fire, air, ether. These are 5. Then next, mind, intelligence, false ego. How many becomes? 8. Then 5 senses for perception. How many become? 13. Then 5 senses for action, input and output. 5 senses you are taking input. What are the 5 senses taking input? Eyes, nose, ears, taste and touch. Your input in the system is coming from this 5. And how the output going? You speak something, you kick something, you hit somebody. Anus and genital. 5 you give output to this world. 5 you take input. So how much it becomes? 18. And then 5 objects of perception. Eyes see rupa, ears hear shabda, tongue sparsha. No, tongue is taste, rasa. Skin is sparsha. And nose is gandha. Okay? These are another 5. Sankhya analyzes this. Actually, these are not the gross what you see. What you are seeing is an experience. But actually there is an interaction between the subtle senses and subtle sense objects. You are getting this point? We are living in a world of experience. We are seeing somebody sitting in an asana in front of you. But actually what is happening, you are getting an experience of that. You do not know what is truth. You are having an experience, somebody sitting. I can put an image here and you may think that I am sitting. I may not be sitting here. You are having an experience of somebody sitting here. This is interaction between the senses of seeing and the sense object. Actually both are subtle. Both are subtle, not gross. But this is another, this keep analysis of Bhagavad Sankhya. It will go on. And the next thing is that this how many should reach? 23. And then soul, 24th. And the law, 25th. You can even define the total material energy, 3 modes, 26. Like that, it divides the material nature into, Sankhya means counting. Now, atheistic Kapila, he stops at soul. He has zero understanding of God. So therefore, we reject his philosophy. He is an imposter. People like to dabble all this thing. I am seeing, but actually I am only having an experience. It's all Sankhya, you can do drama, and people love that all. Many people enjoy that. It's a big entertainment it is. But it does not lead to devotional service. The pure devotional service is actually the work of Kapila. Now, if you hear his analysis in the Bhagavatam, you will come to pure devotional service. Okay? The Sankhya people will simply agitate your mind. What's the end of it finally? The material nature, your experience or real. Finally, we have to offer to Krishna for devotional service. That's it. Correct? Prabhupada, you see in his purport lecture, doesn't dabble too much on it. He knows to basically want to give people a straight message to engage the senses in devotional service to Krishna. Okay? This is the Sankhya, Kapila. So we should focus on the real Kapila, and the teachings of this Kapila are mentioned in Bhagavatam. Just like I told you, so many people talk about Shivadeva, but don't see his teachings given in Bhagavatam. The completely opposite teachings they follow. Similarly, Kapila follow his teachings that are there in Bhagavatam. Okay. Then next, who the next person mentioned? Chitraratha Vadamang Gandharvas. Then Then Narada, among the sages. Okay? Among the sages, I am the demigods. Of the demigods, I am Narada. Narada is a celebrated devotee. He is in and out of every pages of Bhagavatam. He has been given Bhakti Shakti. Bhakti Shakti means he can give devotion to Krishna to anybody, provided the person submissively hears him. See, it's always Krishna consciousness is a two-way process. It's not one channel. If you want to learn, you have to be in the right attitude. If you want to teach, you have to be qualified. Then the process will work. Otherwise, if one is not qualified, the process doesn't work. Both are not qualified, process doesn't work. Correct? You understand? It has to be in the proper system. So this is Narada. He is so powerful that anybody came to, even with little submissiveness near him, with little channel, you have to give him little room. Finish. He'll make person a devotee. What are the examples of people he has instructed in Bhagavatam? He has instructed Dhruva Maharaj, yes. Dhruva Maharaj went from his home searching for Krishna. Narayana, he guided him. Then Dhruva Maharaj got the darshan of Krishna. His guidance is also successful. Then, there are so many prominent ones from the Bhagavatam. Then Prahlad Maharaj, very prominent. Again, Prahlad Maharaj got darshan of Krishna as Narsimha, successful. Then Vedavyasa, he instructed Vedavyasa. Vedavyasa followed Narada and successful. He got the darshan and then he wrote Bhagavatam. Bhakti Yogena Manasi Samyak Pranahite Amile. He was so successful. Then Chitraketu, he gave him the instruction and Chitraketu got darshan. See, amazing how successful he is. Just like somebody is teaching and they talk about the Super 30. He teaches and the people pass. They get into IIT. People are saying, amazing, amazing. Correct? So same way, Narada, anybody touches, he becomes a devotee. And he gets the darshan of the Lord and engages in pure devotion service. So Narada is actually, Prabhupada says in Bhagavatam so nicely, that Narada now so kindly appears in the pages of Bhagavatam. He's a very, very great devotee of the Lord. So this is the month of Kartik. What is the special privilege of Kartik? Why the Kartik is called Damodar month? What is so special? Because Krishna agreed to be tied by his devotee. This thing no other incarnation of the Lord does. You cannot see any incarnation be controlled by devotee to this extent. He comes under the shelter and protection of his devotee. Therefore, this is very, very sweet. That is what, when we sing the prayer, meditate on the meaning. The meaning you should, when you're singing, you should also think about the meaning. Then you get the real benefit. See what happens, I tell you something very, very important. Just like when you go to Dhama and we hear and go to Dhama, people recite, the people who take the guide, they recite the Dham Mahatmya. This place, anybody comes to this place, he'll not take birth in this world again. This is Dhama Mahatmya. In the sense, that much power it has, potentially. Depends on what consciousness you are doing it. You go to take bath in Radhakund, potentially you will get Krishna Prema that moment. Potentially. Not that so many people are taking bath. What consciousness to take bath. Always remember this fact. Every element of devotion service you are doing potentially can give you pure devotion. Now you read in Kartik month, if you offer diya, you will never take birth again in this world. Potentially. It depends on what consciousness you do. Don't be carried away. Okay, ho gaya mera. Potentially. Every day, 365 days are important. You chant Hare Krishna, you say Hare Krishna. Potentially, just one chanting can take you back to Godhead. Not that I am relaxed in other times of the year. But certain times are there in a year like Ekadashis, Kartik. Here these months are being created where Krishna is more easily pleased. Just like you are very easily pleased on your birthday. Birthday, somebody says one thing, it is equal to 10 things. Somebody want to give gift, give on his birthday. Then he will be 10 times more pleased. Right? Because that day he is in a special mood. That day he thinks it is his day. Janmashtami, it is Krishna's day, birthday is my day. Right? People feel like that. So anyway, so Krishna is also personality, though there are special concession days. Just like rebate sale. That is Ekadashis, Janmashtmis, Kartik, special rebate. So you get extra benefit. People give list. If you do this, you get million. Okay, that's fine. But the point is, what consciousness you are doing. That's very, very important. Krishna consciousness always should not be mechanical. It should always be done with proper consciousness. So don't think that I'm chanting Hare Krishna. It doesn't have. One chanting takes you back to Godhead, provided you do it with proper consciousness. So everything you can do in Krishna consciousness, do in a mood of Trinat Pisuni Chena, Tarorapi Sahishana, Amanina Manadena, Kirtanya Sadahari. Otherwise, when it is not done in proper consciousness, the Maya is so powerful to throw a person out of the association of devotees. Correct? Just kick him out of the association of devotees. It should be done in proper consciousness. I got a great opportunity to serve Krishna today. Now, if I show lamb to Krishna today, doing improperly, Krishna will be very, very pleased. That should be every day, every whole year. Not only in Kartik time. Any time you can do. But in Kartik time, Krishna is a special. He's a concession. Okay? But other time, as if it is not available, it is available. You are doing Aarti, you can do any time of the day. But this is the time the month is kept so that there is an extra focus. Where extra focus is put in worship to Krishna. So this month what we should do? We should chant more. We should read more. We should do more devotional service. Don't think devotional service is not pleasing to Krishna. Very, very pleasing to Krishna. Take any devotional service, we should do more in this month. Anything. Distributing books, chanting Hare Krishna mantra, worshipping the deity, cooking for Krishna. Everything Krishna is more pleased. Not by only the lamp. Everything Krishna is more pleased. Okay? But lamp is a proper in this month. That's a custom, culture. We should offer this proper prayer, which is very dear to Krishna in this month. Okay? And again with proper consciousness. Okay? Nothing is mechanical. If you want to do spiritual life mechanically, maybe you will come maximum to Satyangoda, but your heart will never open out. And never you will cry, never you will pray to Krishna. That is not a platform to go back to God. You remain in this world only. As a sattvic, neophyte Brahmana. But if you want your heart to open out, you have to cry to Krishna. You have to pray to Krishna. Correct? For that, we should do every devotion service with proper as a humble attitude. Krishna, I don't know how to cook for you. I'm making an offering to you, Krishna. Will you please accept it? This is the mood it should be done. And that reflects on a personality. Person is always in a proper consciousness. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.